What is up, car addicts? In this video, we'll be talking about this week's 5 times money event week as well as the property and vehicle discounts. This event week is for February 15th through February 21st, 2024. So, in regards to new content, the Baller STD has finally been added to the Legendary Motorsport website for a price of about 1.7 million, which means we have about 4 drip feed cars left, but the Benson will be added at the same time as the Gauntlet Interceptor, so it's safe to assume we have about 3 months left of drip feed. But anyways, the current prize ride for this week is the Vapid Car 4x4. It's primarily based on the 2nd gen Ford F-150 Raptor and has a normal price of just under $900,000. To get this one for free, you have to place top 5 in an LS CarMate Series race for only 2 days in a row, so very easy this week. In regards to performance, it's in the off-roads class and is a top 15 performing vehicle in that class. It has great customization and is a ton of fun to drive and off-road with. Highly recommend trying to acquire this one this week. Continuing to the test drive vehicles for this week, we have the Dinka Double T, the Fugitive, and the regular Buffalo as well. And all 3 of these were removed website vehicles. However, keep in mind that the Fugitive and the Buffalo are cars that you can normally get off the street for free, so really only the Double T motorcycle is the one that you can't normally acquire. But anyways, for current gen console users, we have the ISSI Rally as the HSW test ride vehicle for this week. Continuing to the casino podium vehicle, we have the Brigham. It's primarily based on the 1959 Cadillac Miller Meteor mixed with the Broadmoor Skyview, and has a normal price of about 1.5 million. This one's in the muscle car class and is one of the slower cars in that class, as to be expected, but obviously it's a very quirky vehicle with its Ghostbuster references, the unique horn, and of course the customization. I'm pretty sure most of you already own it, but if you don't, I definitely recommend trying to win it off the podium this week. In terms of the dealership cars for this week, in luxury autos, we have the newly added Baller STD and the Dominator GT as well. Continuing to Simeons, we have the Lifeguard, the Locust, the Bagger, the BF Raptor, and the Vamos as well. And all of these were removed website vehicles, so definitely make sure to pick them up this week if you don't already own them. Moving on to the discounts, in terms of the property discounts, we don't really have any on sale this week. However, we do have 30% off the Brickade 6x6 Acid Lab, plus 30% off the upgrades for it as well. But remember guys, that the Brickade 6x6 Acid Lab you do get for free by completing the first dose missions, so really only the upgrades being on sale is really what helps you this week. Anyways, continuing to the vehicle discounts, from Simeons, we have 30% off the BF Raptor, again a removed website vehicle. This one's in the sports class and is one of the slower vehicles in that class. It's something you buy more for its quirkiness of being a 3-wheeler, but personally I'm not too much of a fan of the way it looks, sounds, or drives. Next up, we have 30% off the Vamos, again also a removed website car. This one's in the muscle car class and is a top 20 competing car in that class around most tracks. It has great styling, customization, and it's fun to drive as well. Highly recommend this one if you don't already own it. Continuing to the Legendary Motorsport website, we have 30% off the 300R. This one's in the sports class and has pretty average performance in that class as you might expect, but the customization is really good, the styling and driving feel. It's a pretty good overall car. Next up, we have 30% off the Entity MT. So this one's in the supercar class and has great styling and customization, but that's pretty much where the positives end. It doesn't have good handling. The engine model is from 2013, it has normal opening doors, the same exhaust note as the old Entity, and worst of all, it has the same annoying slow handling flags as the Entity XXR, which makes it go slower over bumps. Now this car does offer HSW for those of you on current gen, which helps a bit, but it still handles terribly. Honestly, the only reason you should own this car is if you like the way it looks, to have it as a garage queen, because it's not nice to drive at all. And lastly, onto the Warstock website, we have 30% off the Taxi. So this is a Pegasus vehicle that offers no customization, one of the most useless vehicles to buy since you can just call Downtown Cabco anytime you want and steal it once it approaches you. it really makes no sense to buy the Pegasus variant because you have to call Pegasus, go to a specific location. When calling downtown Cabco, one literally comes to you. It's actually worse to buy it from Pegasus in my personal opinion than just stealing one from downtown Cabco. But anyways, moving along to the gun van, we have the following weapons available this week, and we have 30% off the stun gun as well. In regards to login unlocks, you'll receive the Lunar New Year t-shirt and dress, plus the Wooden Dragon mask, Regal Dragon mask, Midnight Dragon mask, and the Contrast Dragon mask as well, just for logging in this week, which is pretty cool. Continuing to 5 times money. So we have 5 times money NRP on taxi work this week, which is interesting. Now this isn't the first time Rockstar does this. They did do 5 times money on taxi work about 3 months ago. Again, nothing new. Now with 5 times money, each fare is going to give you roughly about 5 to 8,000, just depending. Roughly will earn you about 150,000 if you were to do this for an hour straight. Obviously not a good money making method at all, but for those of you who roleplay and stuff, this might be something worth messing around with this week. Moving on to double money, we have double money NRP on the adversary mode power play, plus double money NRP on Fooligan jobs from Dax, and the first and last dose missions as well. And the best for last, we have double money NRP on the Acid Lab. So this is one of the best ways to make passive income in game, especially when there's double money. If you have the equipment upgrade, full product, and you sell in a full public session for the high demand bonus, you'll earn about $1 million for something that only takes about 3 hours to fill up, which is just insane. So definitely make sure to sell as much as you can this week. In regards to the weekly challenges this week, if you complete 3 Fooligan jobs from Dax, you'll receive 100,000. Continuing to the weekly vehicle robberies from the Salvage Yard business, again these only change once per event week. We have the Podium robbery with the Tyrant, the Duggan robbery with the Komoda, and the McTony robbery with the Car 4x4. And lastly, for the time trials, this week's normal time trial is Fort St. Kudo. I highly recommend a quick bike for this one. For the premium race, we have the Supercar Race Business Trip. I highly recommend the Emerus, Krieger, LM87, or the Vestate for this race. And if you're on current gen, I highly recommend using the HSW Weaponized Ignis or the HSW Devest 8. And lastly, for current gen console users, the HSW Time Trial Specific Bluffs. As always, the Hakachu Drag will be the best one for these. In terms of my vehicle discount pick of the week, I'm going to have to go with the Vamos. It's just a great looking car with good customization. It's nice to drive, and being a remove website car, I think it's well worth its price this week. Anyways guys, overall this event week is actually pretty good. We finally have a good business on double money and some decent discounts as well. I just wish Rockstar would have given us a bit more cars on sale other than the usual typical 4 to 5 we get every week, but overall still not too bad. Anyways guys, thanks again for watching, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.